Nice.
Great. The clapper is back. Hey. Yeah. Welcome, Lando.
Hey.
I'm here. Yeah, guest designer studio from a guest designer. So
I'm a guest designer now.
Guest designer, yes, from lead designer to guest designer. So we have a special treat. So Lando is back, and he has a amazing figure pack for us. So.
This is dropping right now or
Black Friday.
Okay.
Black Friday. You'll get this a special figure pack, not limited to Black Friday, but we do not have any other batches on the queue. Part of it is just because of figure part availability. Plus, there's a lot that went into this. So maybe Black Friday next year we'll have a restock. But let's just dive into it. Yeah. This is super cool. And actually, this is the first time I've seen all of them together.
Right. This is the first time. Same here. It's just like it's cool seeing them all in person. I've been working behind the screen for a long time, putting these minifigures together. So this is what is it called? The Black Ops Squad Pack, Part 1.
Part 1. So that means that there's going to be a Part 2 in the future. That's the that's the promise.
No, so starting here, this is
the hope.
This is inspired by various video games and obviously inspired by this is Vietnam-based kind of Cold War era minifigures, and I think even from the video games they did a decent job kind of getting the high points throughout history. Sometimes if you look at the source material, I corrected the artwork on these minifigures. They actually feature the correct 20 round magazines, whereas in the video games they're
30
not
round.
So they're also time travelers is what they don't tell you in the video game.
Spec Ops.
Whatever. I don't envy the job of a video game designer to try to get all those details perfectly right.
I think we've all been corrected by a smarter than us 9-year-old many times here at Brickmania.
So I'm just when I'm designing minifigures, I make a few hundred, and then a few hundred people are disappointed by the glaring historical inaccuracies. But when they make a video game, it's millions of people pointing at whatever.
Right. But the thing is do you enjoy the product? If you enjoy the product, then zip it.
Right, no, whatever, I'm loving the tattoo details on this guy.
Yeah, that's super cool.
I think there's some blood splatterings.
Oh no, that's not blood. That's like their taco. They're dropping their lunch. This is a PG kind of show.
I was especially excited for this. What is it? M202, the Flash?
Yeah, it's like it's basically a explosive fireball launcher. It's a missile launcher.
Right.
It was meant to replace the flamethrower because, let's take the tank of flammable liquid off of the soldier's back, but instead put it on his shoulder and something that if he drops it, it's going to explode and kill everybody around him. I don't know what's worse. So, but it's cool. It's a flame projector. Cool. What do they call?
Doesn't it shoot rockets?
It does shoot rockets.
Yeah.
But they're like napalm rockets.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So
goodness.
The idea was to replace the flamethrower with a guy with the hose and the squirty thing, and it shoots fire. This actually launches fireballs.
It looks incredibly like Cold War. It's just this like super square tube, and it all packs up.
It looks like Schwarzenegger should be carrying this thing around. Yeah.
I think he did in one of his movies, didn't he?
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe so.
Maybe a future figure in there.
Ooh, interesting. Yeah. We're thinking of ideas just on the spot. That's perfect. Perfect.
Is the Governator trademarked? I bet you it is.
Governator.
The Governator. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So, California.
What else should we go over? All the weapons, are they all perfect? Yeah, they're all perfect.
These are perfect caliber.
These two are perfect caliber. The standard brick arms, and then Brickmania's awesome 3D printed.
Yeah, the M202.
Yeah. So you get all those guns with this pack.
And that the rockets actually, you can pull the rockets out. So and you can look through it. You can look. The sight is actually minifig anatomy correct. So
lines up.
Yeah, the ice prism inspired figure. He can actually look down the barrel and see what he is shooting at.
Ice prism. Oh my goodness.
Yes, the figure that's straight out of Compton.
Straight out of Compton. Oh my goodness. Where do I even go with it?
Please don't sue us.
historically accurate tiger stripe on all the minifigures. That's the camouflage pattern. One of my favorite camouflage patterns.
It is. It's great, and it's good to see that back. We've done it very sparingly, and usually has some sort of Hollywood tie-in,
Right.
doesn't it? So this is.
Yeah, and that was never, to my knowledge, I don't think it was ever an official pattern adopted by the U.S. military, but you would see it. It was locally produced there in Vietnam, so you would see it. I mean, civilian. They'd purchase it kind of as they're out in the civilian markets and
Right.
get it tailored. There's a lot of tailoring that was happening in that area, and they'd get their own uniform. The special forces, they really loved that tiger stripe.
Right, and I think I mean, I'm sure a uniform specialist, a history, somebody who knows more than I do, could tell you exactly the origins of it. But I see a lot of the South Vietnamese special forces wearing it too. So I think maybe it originated as local indigenous special forces and was adapted by the the trainers, the U.S. special forces counterparts as they were in country, as they say.
Right.
So.
Exactly. On this here, let me put this one in the middle. On this minifigure in particular, I've based going off of the game references. They were a bit more in a Cold War era, like a later Cold War era, and I've brought this back to more Vietnam era. So in the game, he's wearing like camouflage. He's wearing like woodland camouflage pants. They didn't have woodland during the early Vietnam era,
Right.
and so I brought him. He's so this is a reimagining of that character.
So before the tour of duty in Colombia, this is the prelude,
right.
Yeah, the prequel.
This is an imagination. He's actually wearing, so the ammo pouches are an earlier French weapon, actually. They had so it's just pouches from a French era. There's a ton of French gear, actually, the special forces had access to in Vietnam.
And he's got, this is a M60, am I correct?
Mm-hmm.
So M60, and if you're a really, really buff soldier, you can hold that straight out with your arm, M60 with an ammo box on the side.
Every minifigure just holding these massive weapons just straight out with one arm.
Hey,
it's
these
perfect.
are super soldiers. These are
Super
special.
soldiers.
They're special. They're really called special forces for a reason.
Exactly. This is the reason you didn't.
Right.
That's how you become a special force. The qualifications are like, how do you hold your weapon? It's just straight out, and it's perfect.
Yeah.
It's exactly how
And I was just watching this interview with the SEAL trainers, the Navy SEAls, and they said, the guys that wash out of SEAL training are the ones that can't hold their weapons straight
That's
out.
the only thing.
Yeah.
That's it. So if you can hold your oversized brick arms weapon straight out, then you're good. It's fine.
So, and these are perfect caliber, are they not?
These two are, yes, and then I guess 3D printed is
Yeah. So
it's its own thing. You know?
Right. So,
yep, those the M16 and the M60 are both perfect caliber.
So these are top shelf premium figures. Like I said, they're not strictly limited edition, but they are going to be rare for a while. We're sorry if you miss out. We are going to put some limits on how many you can purchase, though. So we don't want to see the majority of these up on eBay right away. So that's the hope.
Right, that's the hope.
So, but yeah, like I said, if you miss out this year, there will be opportunities in the future. But I have a fleeting feeling or suspicion or whatever you want to say that they're going to be gone right away.
Yeah, looks these Black Friday releases. It's always cool to see the different things that you have over here. It's cool that these can kind of be combined with that. So.
Oh yeah, it's all the Black Friday, Black Ops. We haven't done a specific Black Ops or Spec Ops in a few years, so it's kind of cool to see it back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right on. And I'm glad to be a part of it this time. So.
Oh yeah, it's super special. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me in as a guest designer. It's always a lot of fun to design these minifigures.
Yeah. Well, welcome back to the minifig game.
Right on, right on.
All right. So, pardon me. So that's it for our special Black Friday Black Ops Squad Pack Designer Studio.
Part one.
Thank you. Oh, part one. Yes.
Part one.
Part one.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, you're welcome.